Hello and welcome to Prime at 9. I'm Naomi Kigon. Now for the news in detail. A section of social media users in Nagaland have taken strong exception to a fictionalized account of an indigenous practice attributed to the people of a village in Peck district of Nagaland. The novel, a Bangla thriller titled Poch, written by Kolkata-based author Debarati Mukhopadhyay, is said to describe a tribal tradition where the mother gets old, the son kills and eats her to give her peace. Despite that the book being said to be a work of literary fiction, and the author herself making repeated plea that it is a story formed of fictional, fantastical and mythological storytelling work, a number of social media users are not having any of it. In reaction to the controversy, renowned anthropologist Dolly Gigon of the University of Melbourne in Australia said that this is not the first time that the people and cultures have been misrepresented. It has happened in the past and will happen in the future. She condemned the representation in the said book, but at the same time, it is an opportunity for the Naga people to self-reflect as a society and how we can also better oneself to be able to fight the misrepresentation of the Nagas and their culture.
Hello, my name is Dolly Kikon and I'm a Naga anthropologist. I was invited to give some comments on the recent news that's coming up, and I would like to speak in Nagamese so that what I have to say about that novel is understood widely among the Naga community watching Hornbill TV. Itu moi laga comments to ekta novel itia ulai kana ase itu controversy jai ase Naga manu khan laga bhitor de aro social media news kanti holibi ekta Bengali writer ase Debarati Mukhopadhyay kuri kana ekta Bengali kothate ekta novel likhise tai Bhoj kuri kana to itu to Nagaland laga opore ase niga koi aro tate Peck district iniga bi nam loi kana ase itu story to ekta Naga manu ekta chokora para ta laga nije amake kha laga inika laga kahani ekta jai ase Naga manu khamni khoti ase that itu portrayal to Naga society laga Naga culture laga ulta hoi ase to itu karne moi itu laga kotha kobole etu mon ja to itu Naga khan laga culture holibi history holibi itu misrepresentation hua to itu first time nohoi past bi hoise manu khan Naga community aro Naga culture laga opore nika likhi kana itia bi hoi ase aro itu nisna future bi hobo Naga manu khan to community khan as indigenous people itu ekta experience universal thaga to mohan do oral society baraishe oral culture baraishe itu written language de mohan itia iniga as writers as researchers as historians as political scientists iniga visible hoi ase holibi bishi dangor chance take iniga mohan misrepresent kuribole moi tate ekta duita points kobo mon jai thaka to aji mohan Naga public khan ko first itu condemn kuribole lage hoy khong uthala kotha bi ase hoy holibi mokhan nije laga ekta reflection or ekta introspection as Naga society Naga manu khan itu jabot le bishi important ase aru itu manu khan jitia writers hobi Naga society Naga culture laga iniga misrepresent kora to itu to mohan nije bi bhabibo lage mohan itu mohan Naga society te mohan as Naga thinkers as Naga researchers as Naga citizens mohan itu mohan topic khan kiniga kuri na otha ase moi aji tu kobo mon ja to aji country de Nagaland laga highest number ase primary school dropout te that is between class 1 and class 5 mohan laga Naga bacha khan aji Nagaland de highest number bosti de hobi iniga remote area de hobi school per dropout bishi hoi ase itu gane mohan kitia itu written language laga do itu sai novel khan de khomote mohan misrepresentation hoi ja Naga culture laga kile iniga ulta likhi ase niga koi holibi itia iniga time de mohan khomotha tamde mohan nije ekjon ge sai kana mohan nije ekjon ge to remind kurbe lage why education is important aro moi itia Naga manu hange tu karne itu novel do like na itia ita national controversy social media to hobi newspaper to hobi iniga wala ase ekta kotha to it should be a reminder mohan karne phal para ekjon ke itu encouragement dibo karne pora likhate education why it's important aru second kotha to education mass education for the public itu naga manu khan bujibo lage education naga society to khali dhoni manu khan karne nohoy itu karne aji to itu novel de dikena khomothi ase nohole kali aru naga manu khan naga culture ar naga manu khan naga history niga misrepresent kurse kole to mokhan nije bi responsibility lobo lage jabi tokhon la colony laga neighborhood te toi logo duita pencil ase kole ekta pencil na thange dibi ar ta hange likhibole puribole hikabi toi school de top kuri ase kole to jabi chaigena free tuition holibi na thaka hange dukhe mandola bachange dibi toi logo extra ki ase itu share kuribi mohan naga society de ajiye na hoy kaliye na hoy even in the future mohan to choto community ase dusra khan logo compare korile itu karne knowledge or education is power itu ko to bishi important ase manu khan mohan naga society naga culture de ulta podla likhina mohan hodai khongothi thakili bi itu mohan to ki kuribole ase together as a community itu question to mohan aji hudibole lage aro inika time de mohan hudibo lage ekjon ke itu karne as a teacher myself as a researcher moi itu naga public khange aro mohan laga itia naga students kan hobi researcher kan hobi khong thita khan naga manu khan laga culture kileninga mis represent kuri ase itu bhabi thaka ngal kobo lage yes condemn kuribi holibi to khong do kuntu phani use kurbe lage itu khong do mohan nije society ke saigena ekjon ke help aro ekjon laga education itu value do ki ase itu sabole bishi important ase itu karne mohan ekjon ke help kori kana aro bhal para itu value do education pale ki hoy likha pora thakile ki hoy literature hobi science hobi arts hobi in a sense itu mohan laga community to age jabo karne mohan we should learn mohan nije laga history to mohan likhibo jane bilage mohan nije la literature to likhibo jane to edu karne moi naga manu khan logo kobo mon jai thaka do as a teacher in my capacity itu message di ase.
Likewise, the Naga's most well-known novelist and one of India's most celebrated literary faces, Istirin Kire, sent a text message calling for action. Kire said that from what we know of the majority of India's populace that is easily swayed by what they read or see on mass media or social media or simply hearsay about the contents of a book, the said book threatens to do a lot of damage to how Nagas are perceived by non-Nagas, especially those who have never visited Nagaland. It is fitting the false stereotype that Nagas are barbaric and bloodthirsty, she said. The view presented by the said novel seems to promote the view that Nagas are less than human and practice inhuman traditions, Gire explained. We need to question the writer's use of the word tradition and that if she claims it is a Naga tradition, a lawsuit must be taken out against her by the government of Nagaland and by the people of the district she writes about, she said. Also, former Miss Nagaland Imli Benlawati also took offense to the book's depiction and has called for a legal recourse to address the depiction. Social media interactions would appear to show her vehemence against the book, which was also reflected in an opinion that she sent to HornbillTV.
Threatened to read this derogatory statement made by Mrs. Teparati about Nagaland and writing a fictional story and writing fictions by taking a particular community is completely different. The former could be entertaining, but the later leads to hurtful sentiments and also ultimately community-based hatred will be there, and that she should be aware of. She should have been aware of. And I don't think I need to be an author, a poet or a writer to voice out my opinion, especially when the stated facts are fake, and this author, Mrs. Debarati, probably called it a fiction. However, Mrs. Debarati was smart to do a little bit of scramble of words of changing of names of villages, tribes of Nagaland, but I don't know. She had these fictional places in the real state of India, Nagaland, And of all the 29 states of India, why Nagaland? Why not Lala Land or Nana Land if it was so fictional? But even if it was Lala Land or Mama Land, you know, offspring killing and eating their own mother, it's not acceptable even in fiction. I'm very sorry for my language, but it's not acceptable at all. Further fact is that we, the reader, and I think most will agree that your words are showcase of your mind. And Mrs. Deparati, your mind is dark and your thoughts are even darker. Kindle it with some humanity and eradicate the apocalyptic thoughts that you have. I think I was sport enough to accept my error in checking if it was fiction or for real, and I extended my friendship by getting a copy of her book as she offered to me. But I was quite taken aback seeing the reaction that I got from the author and her husband. Because for once I did hope that they'll be remorseful, but none was given. In fact, the better half, the husband of the author, went ahead to threaten me on social media in my post for defamation. I just want to tell them this, that before threatening me with defamation, I would want you to take a look at IPC section 153A and safeguard each other.
The Election Commission has started preparations for holding the assembly elections in 3 northeastern states, Tripura, Nagaland and Meghalaya. The elections to Tripura, Meghalaya and Nagaland are expected to be held in February next year after the assembly polls in Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh. An election official in Agartala on Monday said as many as 4,800 ballot units, 4,900 control unit and 4,900 VVPATs have been received from the Election Commission of India.
আগামী বিধানসভা নির্বাচন 2023 উপলক্ষে আমরা ইসিআইএল হায়দ্রাবাদ থেকে 4,800 ব্যালট ইউনিট, 4,900 ভিভিপ্যাট এবং 4,900 কন্ট্রোল ইউনিট আমরা পেয়েছি আজকে, এবং এগুলি আমরা আমাদের ডিস্ট্রিক্ট ওয়্যারহাউসে স্টোর করছি। কিছুদিন পরে আমরা বিভিন্ন ডিস্ট্রিক্টের যা যা রিকোয়ারমেন্ট আছে ইলেকশন কমিশনের নির্দেশ মোতাবেক যে ডিস্ট্রিক্ট যতটা পাবে সেই অনুসারে আমরা কিছুদিনের মধ্যে তাদের আমরা সেগুলি ডিস্ট্রিবিউট করে দেব। এখন অবধি তো যা রিকোয়ারমেন্ট আছে রিকোয়ারমেন্ট অনুসারে দিয়েছে, পরবর্তী সময় দেখা যাবে কী হয়।
In Nagaland, resource persons from the Election Commission and the Indian International Institute of Democracy and Election Management recently conducted a 2-day training program for the deputy commissioners and district election officers to equip the district level officials with knowledge and skill for the elections. Training of district level officials on conduct of assembly polls would also be held in Meghalaya. A makeshift prayer hall of the Christian in a remote village in Tripura was allegedly dismantled by Hindu villagers who claimed that a bamboo structure was in encroachment on boundaries set for Kar Puja on Sunday. The incident took place at Gamlai village in Ambi Assembly constituency of Komati district in Tripura. Kar Puja is an indigenous festival organized in a restricted piece of land. During the Puja days, the area which is marked for the rituals remains closed to outsiders. A video of the local villagers taking off the roofs and fencing of the makeshift prayer hall went viral on social media platforms, drawing widespread condemnation from different sections of the society. The incident reportedly occurred when prayers were being held inside the structure. Police said the majority of the Hindu villagers objected to it because it hurt the traditional practices of the Jamatia community, a prominent tribe of the 19 tribal communities of the state. Father Lijesh of Amarpur Parish Church, who acts as the supervisor of the local churches, said a bamboo-made prayer hall was destroyed and all the Christians of the village have been advised to visit the nearest parish church located in the adjacent village for prayers and other religious activities.
Come on. we have settled the matter. Now it is given to them, and they are taking care of it. And it is we have talked over also. Yes.
So
now we have made the peace talk. Everything is it's
so
okay.
another structure was built.
What church structure?
No, that bamboo tent-like structure where the prayer was going on.
No. That was a place for them. They just recently for the prayer service they had made. That is all. Yeah.
So now now these people will be praying in other church, na?
Yeah, in other church, and they have to manage nearby parish, nearby villages are there. Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay.
No problem. Now it's getting okay only. No worry now. We have discussed with the authority all that now. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, then thank you.
This year's Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine has been awarded to Swedish scientist Svante Pääbo for his discoveries on human evolution. Thomas Perlman, secretary of the Nobel Committee, announced the winner Monday at the Karolinska Institute in Stockholm, Sweden. Pääbo has spearheaded research comparing the genome of modern humans and our closest extinct relatives, the Neanderthals and Denisovans, showing that there was mixing between the species. The Medicine Prize kicked off a week of Nobel Prize announcements. It continues Tuesday with the Physics Prize, with Chemistry on Wednesday and Literature on Thursday. The 2022 Nobel Peace Prize will be announced on Friday and the Economics Award on October 10. Last year's medicine recipients were David Julius and Ardem Patabogen for the discoveries into how the human body perceives temperature and touch. The prizes carry a cash award of 10 million Swedish kronor and will be handed out on December 10. The money comes from a bequest left by the prize's creator, Swedish inventor Alfred Nobel, who died in 1895. That's all for now. Keep watching Hornbill TV.